Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scribo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Saturday, July 30th, and the moon is still in Leo from that new moon that we had on the 28th. It does shift into Virgo later today, I think 2:11 maybe p.m. And so we kind of wake up with this sort of leonine sensibility of taking on the world, right? And then once the moon moves into Virgo, we get a little bit more practically oriented. Leo is great for big ideas. It's creative. And then it's Virgo's job to do what needs to be done in order for those Leo creations to happen, to at least start to happen, or to make a good old college try to get things done. We do have Mercury making its opposition to Saturn. Its exact opposition to Saturn. That happens very, very early tomorrow morning. For some of us, it's actually happening late tonight, depending on where you live. So what that brings to the Virgo moon is it brings a real sort of reality check. Now, Saturn has been square the nodes of the moon for months and months and months now. I think it started in March. And it will continue into October, I think, when it goes out of orb. So for the majority, or for a lot of this, a lot of time here, we have Saturn square the nodes. We kind of feel sort of caught between the future and the past. How do we move forward? We kind of feel a bit stuck, perhaps. And the resolution node, being the south node, says that we need to review the past, how we've structured the past, how the path has been structured. The past being the south node in Scorpio, intimately aware of the shadow, our own personal shadow, our collective shadow, the shadow of a country that you happen to live in. And of course, here in the United States, we're having our Pluto return. So our shadow is right up in our face, right? So we're all kind of familiar with that energy. Maybe not as shocking as it was when it first started. But still not very, pretty serious stuff, right? But in order to build a better future, we have to at least admit the past and see where we've sort of gone wrong with the past. So it's challenging, it's difficult, it's somewhat confusing, but it's ultimately helpful. Now, Mercury, a couple of days ago, squared the nodes of the moon exactly. Only Mercury is in Leo, so it's on the opposite side of Taurus. And in being on that opposite side of Taurus, when Mercury squares the nodes, the resolution node is actually the north node of the moon. And so we're being asked to utilize our mental powers in the direction of the future, to build a future, right? To figure out what it is, and Mercury helps us figure things out, what is essential in our lives, North Node in Taurus. And so sometimes the North Node in what's essential in our lives is tested, right, by having less or lacking certain things. And people are becoming on different levels of their experience, are becoming very aware of what is essential in their lives, right? So now we have Saturn and Uranus both square the nodes, right? In an opposition, creating this tension of opposites, squaring the nodes, which is a natural tension of opposites. And lest we forget that on the side of the North Node, we have Mars and Uranus ready to make their exact conjunctions over the next couple of days. So we are really, we could call it in a powder keg of tension. And when you're dealing with the fixed signs, we're dealing with our emotional body. So this is deep held emotional things that we are not willing to let go of. So if we're not willing to let go, let God, right? What happens? All this pressure builds, and then we have the ignition of Uranus and Mercury, and everything blows up. So does that mean the world's blowing up? No. Maybe in certain cases, in certain places, there can be explosions, seismic activity, and the like. But this is a point of when we get to the other side of what's going to be happening over the next week or so, and then over the next month or so, and then, the intensity, this is probably the most intense thing happening, I think, this year. Collectively, maybe for the U.S., the most intensive thing that's going to happen, along with those Pluto returns, could very well be the 2022 midterms, which are happening on an eclipse. So we are breaking free, breaking up, breaking out. What we're going to feel today is the tension of that. And so if there's something in your life that you refuse to let go of, some emotional attachment that you refuse to let go of, it's best to let go, in that if it's all going to blow up, better it's out of your hand, right? You don't want to hold on to the firework until it blows up. You light it and you let it go. Otherwise you lose a hand, right? So it is, I have to say, it is an intense time to be alive. It's an exciting time to be alive. Some more spiritual minded, metaphysical minded folks say that we are bearing witness to a awakening, to a grand awakening. And I wouldn't disagree with that. So what do? Well, you look around your life, you see if there are things that you can consciously and voluntarily release, even if it's by just speaking it into, I release the need to be mad at my husband. I release the need to have this feud with my sister. I release the need to be a victim of this person's aggression. Whatever it is, it's stated. Remember, Leo is creative self-expression, and Leo helps us to create through the vibration, through the voice, right? So it's time to speak it into reality, perhaps. Let it go, and then see what happens, right? Well, we got, for the first time, and I can't tell you how long, rain. So it's wonderful that it rains. It's actually raining a little bit on my head right now, although it is supposed to stop by 9. Unfortunately, we left the car's windows open all night. That wasn't very smart. It's a little wet in there, but not too bad. Oh, God. Anyway, so everything is like fresh and clean and bright, and it feels really, really good. It's been so dry and so hot here. It's going to be hot again today, but at least the plants are happier. um, that they got a nice drink. So when I came out this morning, I opened the door and there was a groundhog um, looking at this basil plant here. He was like checking out, munching on some of the leaves at the bottom of the plant, looking for snacks. He's really cute. He's not full grown. I think he's a baby, and when he runs, he like waddles. Really cute. I wish I had gotten him on camera. I would have loved to do that, but maybe another morning. All right. That's why we have fences all around our gardens, by the way. All right, guys. Have yourself a wonderful day. Take it easy. Be careful out there. Stay aware of your environment. I've been saying this for a long time. It's definitely, not that you have to walk around waiting for the other shoe to drop. That's not really what I mean. But just walking through life mindfully will be very helpful. All right, guys, I'm getting rained on. Have yourself a wonderful. Oh, it feels so good. I might stay out here. Have yourself a wonderful day. Like and subscribe. And I will see you again tomorrow morning. I'm going to be getting my Kabbalah numerology of August out, and probably the first week of August out today. So keep your eyes peeled for that if you're interested, and I will see you later. Take care, everyone. Namaste.